worksheet working on substitution. So on each of these problems, we want to use the substitution method to answer the question, what Disney movie is about a stupid boyfriend? Not my favorite worksheet, but nonetheless, let's see if we can figure out the answer. So let's take a look at number 1 here. On number 1, our substitution, notice how y right here is all by itself. So I'm going to take what y equals and plug it in to the equation up top. So as I do that, I have 2x plus 3 in parentheses. I put the negative x plus 2. That equals 10. So now all I have to do is distribute. So I have 2x, 3 times negative x is minus 3x. 3 times 2 is 6. That equals 10. Combine like terms. So 2x minus 3x is minus x plus 6 equals 10. I'm now going to subtract 6. So when I do that, I get, I'll move it over here, negative x equals 4. And now when I divide by negative 1, x equals negative 4. Now that's not just my answer. I need to take that answer, plug it back in right here into the second equation. So when I plug it into this bottom one, y equals a negative 4 plus 2. That really becomes positive 4 plus 2. So y equals 6. So there's my x and y. Now notice how they have them listed as an ordered pair. So here for number 1, our answer as an ordered pair would be negative 4, comma 6. So I want to see where that is noted. If I look right here, I get the letter E. So I can go down to my puzzle down here and put the letter E for my first answer. All right, continue on and do number 2 here. So number 2, just switching colors. So same same process. Excuse me as I cough here. I'm going to take what x equals and plug it into the other equation. Notice how they're not all on the same side. So this one might take a little more work. So as I plug that in, I have 3. 4y minus 7 equals 2y minus 1. I distribute. So 12. So 3 times 4y is 12y. 3 times minus 7 is minus 21 equals 2y minus 1. Now I got to get the y's to one side. So I'm going to subtract 2y. And I'm actually going to try to do 2 steps at once. And I'm going to add 21. So what I'm doing here is, now you'll see I have, as I simplify here, 10y. The 21's cross out there, the y's cross out here, equals 20. Divide by 10, y equals 2. So now I can plug that back in for my y. I'm going to plug it into the first equation. So I have x equals 4 times 2 minus 7. So x equals 8 minus 7 is 1. So if I think about that as an ordered pair, that's the ordered pair 1, comma 2. So I want to see where that matches up. So right up here at the very top, so for letter or number 2, I'm going to put a U. Here we go. All right, 2 down, 6 to go. All right, next one. Same process all the way through this substitution. Going to plug in 3x in for y. So I have 4x minus 3x. So I got to keep that minus equals 7. Well, this one's kind of nice because 4x minus 3x is just x. X equals 7. So now I can plug that back in here. So I get y. Whoops. Actually, I don't want to write that right there since I want to put my answer there. So y equals 3 times 7. Y equals 21. So I get the ordered pair 7, 21. All right, so let's see, I have 7, 3. Oh, there's 7, 21 right there. B. So we can put that in for number 3. All right, continuing on. Number 4. So number 4, you actually have some choices on this one, depending on how you want to substitute. You could either put in this for y, this value here for x, or you could put what y equals in right here. So you got some choices. I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to take this and plug it in for y. So I have 5 times negative x minus 6 equals another x. So I have negative 5x minus 6 equals x. One of the things I'm actually going to do is I'm going to add 5x to both sides. You don't have to put the x's on the left side. So when I do that, I have negative 6. So those cross out. Negative 6 equals 6x. Divide by 6. X equals negative 1. So now I can plug that in right here. So y is going to equal a negative 1. So y actually equals positive 1. So I get the ordered pair negative 1, 1. There it is. So for number 4, I put the letter A. All right, B-E-A. I wonder what that last letter is going to be. All right, so number 5, as we continue on here, just keep switching colors. So I see y's by itself. So I'm going to plug in x plus 2 here for y. So I have x minus 2, x plus 2 equals 1. So again, I'm going to distribute. So I have x minus 2x minus 4 equals 1. Combine my terms. So I have negative x minus 4 equals 1. I'm going to add 4. So negative x equals 5. Divide by negative 1. X equals negative 5. So now I'm going to plug that back in here. So y equals negative 5 plus 2. Y equals negative 3. So I'm looking for the ordered pair, negative 5, negative 3. Right there. So for number 5, we are at M. All right, number 6. So for number 6, let's see here. I see x is all by itself. So again, I'm going to keep using that substitution method. So plug it in here. So now I get x, 3 times negative 2y plus 6 minus 18 equals minus 6y. All right, so I'm going to distribute. So minus 6y plus 18 minus 18 equals negative 6y. Okay? So now what happens here is those cross out. And I'm left with this statement, negative 6y equals negative 6y. Since those are exactly the same, okay, that tells us, this must be the exact same line, okay? So when they're exactly the same line, the way this worksheet likes to call it is that infinitely many solutions. So that's why it says all real numbers on the line here. So for number 6, we are putting the letter B. All right, 2 left. All right, number 7. Number 7, what I actually have to do first is I got to get y or x by itself. So on this one, I'm going to add 3x to both sides first. So when I do that, I have y equals negative 6 plus 3x. Now I can take this value and plug it in for y right here. So when I do that, I have 6x minus 2 times the quantity, 6 plus 3x equals 7. So now I need to distribute. So I have 6x plus 12 minus 6x equals 7. But when I combine like terms, the x's cross out. So I have 12 equals 7. This is false. So we know when we get false statements, we have no solution. So that becomes our U. Bo is our last word. Have a feeling what the first one's going to be, but let's just make sure. All right, our very last one here. I need to take the first equation, and I need to add 7y to both sides. So when I do that, that crosses out. I'm left with x equals 19 plus 7y. So now I'm going to take this value and put it in the place of x right here. So I have 5 times 19 plus 7y equals negative 2y minus 16. So I'm going to distribute here. There's 95 plus 35y equals negative 2y minus 16. All right, so now, let's see here. The next thing I need to do is I need to start combining like terms. So I could add 2y to both sides, subtract 95 from both sides. So when I do that, I have 37y equals, those crossed out, and so if I add that, I think that's negative 111. Divide by 37, and y equals negative 3. So now what I can do is take it and actually plug it in right here with this equation to find x so much faster. 19 plus 7 times negative 3. So x equals 19 minus 21. So x equals negative 2. So I'm looking for the ordered pair negative 2, negative 3. So, I don't see it right until here. There's our D. So, to answer our question, as we can see, what Disney movie is about a stupid boyfriend? Ha ha ha. Dumbo. Spelled just a little bit differently. Nice play on words. Hopefully this helped with the worksheet.